What's going on, family? I'm Scrapbookboxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. I want to continue to examine 100 years of World Championship fights. Marvin Johnson from Indianapolis will be the WBC light heavyweight champion. And Mathew Muhammad will come back into his life after defeating him in 1977 for the NABF light heavyweight championship belt. But unfortunately for Marvin Johnson, he would lose his crown in the 8th round by being knocked out by Mathew Muhammad. Mathew Muhammad would become the WBC light heavyweight champion of the world. Let's take a look at that fight that took place between Marvin Johnson and Mathew Muhammad.
Franklyn loaded it up and threw it, and Johnson got away from it. He looks all right, but we're a long way from it. We're certainly not standing in front of Mathew. There's a good left hook thrown in there by the champion, who apparently he has shaken off the effects of Franklyn's hard right hand that almost put him down at the end of round 7.
Oh, beautiful right uppercut thrown by Mathew Muhammad, who was in the blue trunks.
But dishing out more at this moment than he's taking. Very bad nosebleed by Franklyn. Blood all over his face.
Oh, beautiful shoulder roll, left hand combination by Marvin Johnson. That was a beauty.
Johnson looks a little weary at the moment.
He finds himself in trouble because Mathew Muhammad refuses to let up.
Standing there, flat-footed, throwing everything in his body. Hard right hand to the face of the champion. Another right hand to the face of Johnson.
Oh my God, what a fight that was. Woo! Down goes Johnson.
From an accumulation of at least 100 blows as Mathew Franklyn, blood all
My God.
over his face. Marvin Johnson.
Do not have fights like this anymore.
The fight is over. The fight is over in the 8th round. In the 8th round. Blood all over the face of Mathew Franklyn. He really is so weak himself, it doesn't appear that he can show much exhilaration at the victory. Marvin Johnson wilting under a fuselage of attack. 144 of the 8th round. The fight is stopped by the referee.
And Mathew Muhammad now becomes the WBC light heavyweight champion of the world.
Unable to resume boxing. It was the right hand by
And to know what this young man has gone through,
that really started.
I explained his story in the other video.
Marvin Johnson. Johnson almost down at the end of the 7th. As we started the 8th, it appeared that he was all right.
Almost an enigma.
Suddenly, a fuselage of the rod. Went down in his corner and could not get up and resume the fight. And the referee.
Shout out to Mathew Muhammad.
144 of the 8th round.
R.I.P. to him.
Davis stood very close to Johnson, took a good look at him.
Look at this combination. And he was hurt himself.
All over the
And Johnson kept trying to punch back.
But watch the barrage of blows pouring in on Marvin Johnson. And finally, he just simply collapsed. And Mathew Franklyn now has his second championship, only this time he has a world in front of his championship. See the force of the blow. Tremendously strong 25-year-old from Philadelphia, Mathew Franklyn. So the decision is this. Mathew Franklyn stops Marvin Johnson 144 of the 8th round.
Wow.
Some comments from Mathew
As Mathew Saad Muhammad is being bandaged up.
in his corner. We'll return to Indianapolis after
He gives Marvin Johnson his
and
credit.
a word from our local station.
We look at better in the dressing room. I think it's going to be stopped well. It could be okay. Let me get those off your lashes. You got to look pretty for the TV team. It's okay, but
What about an interview, Ned? Do you want an interview?
yeah, that's fine.
Well, get off the phone and talk to me. In the ring or where? I don't know if I can get up there, Lou. Hey, Alex? Alex! I want him.
He doesn't knock him out in that round. He'll stop moving. He'll going the other way on the top.
Where's the camera? Here he is.
As you can see, a young Alex Wallow
I've got it.
right next to Mathew Saad Muhammad.
Monitor. Monitor, turn the monitor around.
Every time I fight that boy, he gets a little hard.
Turn it around.
No more easy fights. Hit him off.
Tip
I
it
hurt
up.
my hand again too. I hit him with about
Baby,
15 shots.
tip that up so you can see it, baby.
Take him off. Allah Akbar. I hurt my hand. I hurt my knuckle.
Right behind you, Jim. I want to show you the fight.
Now, Mathew Saad Muhammad had injured his fourth metacarpal in this fight. In spite of that, he would get Marvin Johnson out of there. Let's listen into the interview.
Mathew, we had your incredible story of how your life started for you and the dream that you've been chasing. And today you finally had the opportunity and you made the best of it in what I think is one of the best fights I've seen in years.
Well, I'll tell you, every time I fight Johnson, it'll be a hard fight. I think that he's the best light heavyweight they have ever fought. Believe me, all you light heavyweights out there, y'all watch out for Marvin Johnson because he's bad. But I'm glad I am the champion because I started off doing a lot of wrongness, and I'm just glad I'm the champion of the world.
Mathew, you have surprised. Now, were you afraid that the bout might be stopped? Is that why you opened it up there?
I had to. I had to. I couldn't hardly see. Blood was draining down my both my eyes, but something kept on saying, "Go on, go on, go on." I remember Steve Traits from Montgomery County was telling me, "Don't stop it. You know, if you're in trouble, let's keep on fighting." My manager, Nick Fury, and all my cornermen, Harry Rubin, Jimmy Hayes, and Nick Fury, they all told me to press the fight because it seemed like Johnson was getting the best of me. He was.
Mathew, I know that you're tired, but would you like to see what happened? Would you like to see the magic moment that made you a champion?
I don't want to see that fight because it reminds me of the first fight. I don't want to see it. I'm just glad that I'm the light heavyweight champion of the world. I must go back to the gym and practice up more boxing. I must. I started off throwing a little bit of boxing, but Johnson, he's just an aggressive fighter. He's good.
Mathew Franklyn, ladies and gentlemen, World Boxing Council light heavyweight champion.
Thank you very much. Allahu Akbar.
Matthew Franklyn from Philadelphia. Now let's have a look at how the fight was stopped. He very specifically said he did not want to see it, that it reminded him of the first Johnson fight. He obviously expressed tremendous respect for Marvin Johnson. It was a case of two men, two game men, who came out, did nothing fancy, exercised their skills to the very best of their ability, and it was Marvin Johnson who fell in the 8th round. And that makes Mathew Franklyn the World Boxing Council light heavyweight champion. Franklyn bleeding heavily over both eyes, in danger of having the fight stopped, released a barrage of blows that made him the champion. Every punch thrown, punishing. Johnson acquitted himself nobly, no question about it. It was just a matter of who had the greatest strength at this point of the fight, and obviously it was Mathew Franklyn who had the greatest strength. But remember, it was a right hand at the close of the 7th round that almost dropped Johnson, and from that point on, apparently, Marvin never really recovered, and the desperation of the cuts spurring Franklyn on to this fusillade of blows that made him the champion. So, Indianapolis, Indiana, Marvin Johnson losing his first defense of his WBC light heavyweight championship.
Seconds down, round 4.
Round 4, and Marvin Johnson comes out winging a right hook to the body of Mathew Franklyn. It was that solid uppercut that seemed to rattle Franklyn by the champion in the 3rd round. First time we've seen him let it go. That is his prime weapon, the most punishing blow he carried. Showing more ability with the right hand than he has previously, however. These two are so determined that the tempo of the round, the pace of it seems to ebb and flow. First one will bang away and then the other. Franklyn seems willing, as he has in so many of his fights, to let the other man work for a while, and then suddenly he'll cut loose. When he senses the other man may be tiring just a little, then he lets it go. The right hand lead, of course, always very important for a right-hander facing the left-hander. Franklyn hasn't thrown it that many times yet.
Oh, nice overhand left by Marvin Johnson. Beautiful straight left hand down the pipe.
Slap to the back made a lot of noise. Didn't mean that much.
Nice left hook to the body thrown by Mathew Muhammad. Oh!
On the side of the head. So far, Johnson has dominated this round. Neither man doing anything fancy. They're not jumping up and down, bouncing around.
Mathew Muhammad is being asked by his cornerman to jab off the hook. That was a nice 1-2 thrown by Marvin Johnson. Good jab by Johnson. Oh!
decisive round in the fight so far for the
Marvin Johnson is something else. He's unloading on Mathew Saad Muhammad right now.
Round 4.
That's when you get hit.